this is the start of our trip in Maleney. It's raining just a little bit.
It's raining a lot.
It's raining just a little bit.
A lot.
Shadow said, "Oh, it's wet." As she sat on Trudge's lap. Have we got to go out in that? Yeah. Well, good afternoon, everybody. Here are Trudge staying my photo. We're here at Maleney and it's raining, and we're going to put the tent up and try out the new flies and see if they leak, because they're going to be easier than putting up the big fly. Well, we're halfway between Landsborough and Maleney, and we're going to go camping in the wet. Come and join us. We'll have a good time. Yep, it's definitely still raining. Well, we've ended up at CJ's Pastry for a cup of coffee and a pie, because it's a bit wet. But it'll be pretty good. So, while we were drinking our coffee and eating our pie, we talked about the visit that we had a week ago to Maleney Botanic Gardens and Bird World. We had a pretty good time there. So we're at the bird park at Maleney, and it's actually very nice. And behind us, behind that big rock there, there's a waterfall. And here is the waterfall going up and up and up and up and up to the top. You might be able to hear it. And we hired a buggy so that we can buggy around. And there's lots of bushwalks, but if you walk down, you've got to walk back up. So I won't be going too far down. But anyway, it's all very nice. Oh, and look what we found. We found Trudge and grandson Luke. They look to be having a good time. They went and looked at some ancient rock formations. This is Lucas feeding the animals. Wow. Wow. Trudge and Luke went off to the bird park part of the park and saw some lovely birds. Then we went off to a German restaurant. It took us a while to decide what to get, but Luke got himself a pork knuckle, a roasted pork knuckle, and he really, really enjoyed it. Hey. Hi everybody, we're at Landsborough pub tonight having dinner. It's been raining all day, but the tent was dry and we're having a good time. Here's Trudge. Say hello, Trudge. There we go. Everyone. And Shadow's underneath the table. And tonight I'm having some lamb cutlets, and I can give the bones to Shadow. So we're going to have another wet night in the tent, but the tent inside is nice and dry. So, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. So bye for now from Landsborough pub. Well, as you can hear, it's still raining. So good night everybody. See you in the morning. The next day it was still raining and we were staying at Ocean View Caravan Park, so we decided to go to the Sunshine Coast and then up to Palmwood. And as you can see, we found a bookshop, and there was Trudge. She was having just a lovely time. She was looking here and looking there, and it was hard to get her back out of the bookshop. So this is our little black wolf tent that we've modified so we can use the touring fly, and we can chuck a couple of tarps on over the top if it's going to rain. And it's been pouring with rain for the last 2 days, and the tent inside is as dry as a bone. So it's been a pretty good thing. We made a fly to go on the back and a fly to go on the top, and if you hold on a minute I'll show you. We made a fly to go on the front, and we had a fly that goes on the front as well with a little alcove, and you can put the portable loo in there. See, I've got a bag on the top of it at the moment, and we go inside and I'll show you inside. In we come, I'll put some lights on. There we go. One light, two lights. And this is the inside of our Black Wolf tent. You can see we've got two camp beds in. We've got our electrics at the end. We've got lights up on the top, and it's as dry as a bone. And in the middle, we've got a little carpet just to keep it a little bit dry. There, at the front of the door, we've got a squidgy mat. There's the toilet. And on the front here, you can have a stove. You can put your stove and make a cup of tea and cook a bowl of soup or whatever you like. And then you come on out. And there's Trudge. She's sitting there talking on the phone. How about that? Pretty good little tent. This is a Black Wolf tent that's been modified. Altogether, it's been a huge success. It doesn't look absolutely fantastic, but it keeps you dry and it's quick and easy to put up. On our last day, it was still raining, but we went off into Maleney and Trudge took us away for a walk. So Trudge is taking us on a sculpture walk in Maleney. We've just had coffee and a piece of cake. These are the gravestones of the people that have died on the walk. They say peace, and imagine peace. Oh yes, that's from this walk, and it's very nice. And Obby Creek is down below us. Up we come. Shadows like me, she's really enjoying this walk. Oh, up we go. Oh, and if we have a look there goes Trudge. Up she goes. So here we are. This is the roundabout as you come into Maleney, and we've just been on this walk here on the Maleney Community Precinct via the Riverside Trail. We went on a little walk and we had a cup of coffee up there where those people are sitting down, and this is the Obi Creek running along, and if you walk across the road and keep walking, you'll end up at the showgrounds. Rather than trying to cross the very busy road, we were able to walk under the bridge and under the road to the other side. This is the type of construction they should put on Bribey Island Road for when it floods, save having to fill it in, and then the water could run underneath and stop it damming up on the other side. That would be pretty good, what do you reckon? And this is a view across from the other side of the street, looking up towards Maleney as you come from Landsborough. And that in front of us is the library, some public conveniences, and the shopping centre. And that's the Maleney Hotel. You can get a nice meal, and if you go out the back you can take your puppy dog and sit outside in the garden. And there's the Woolworths. If you go into town, there's an IGA on the right, which is fantastic. A lot of nice food in there. That's heading towards Lansdowne. Next, we thought we'd try our luck at McCarthy's Lookout. It looked a bit foggy when we arrived, but it did clear a bit after a while. So this is McCarthy's Lookout at the top of Maleney, looking down towards the Sunshine Coast. Oh, fantastic. And here's Trudge. Yes, we're going to have a barbecue. Brilliant. We've made it. Here it is. It's clearing. And there we are, looking towards the Glasshouse Mountains and the Sunshine Coast from up the top of the hill. Isn't this a fantastic view? We're up in the clouds. So, Trudge had just about finished the barbecue, so I sat down with a cup of tea and waited for my steak sandwich with onion. Yummy! Well, this was our last night camping. Tomorrow we're going home, and of course, it's still raining. Well, good morning everybody. We're off. We've been at Ocean View Holiday Caravan Park, halfway between Lansdowne and Maleney, and we've had 3 nights here. And as you can see, the sun is shining today, but it's been raining every other day we've been here. But we've had a lovely time, and there's our tent. We're going to take it down, pack it up, and go home and see our own little beds. Okay, we'll see you on our next adventure. Bye for now. Bye. Yep, it's definitely still raining.